Custom collections using tagging in Logos Bible software. Managing one's library is one of the most important things that a user of Logos software can do. So often, our users just miss out on all the opportunities they have to make their library much more easily accessible. One of the primary features of a library organization is the My Tags feature. This is a simple and easy way to organize your books into customized collections. One of the ways that users typically try to create collections is through the dynamic rule-based collection in the Tools menu. However, this dynamic rules-based collection creator oftentimes misses out on many of the books that were intended to be included in that collection. The foolproof way, in order to make sure that no books are ever missing from an intended collection, is to use your own personal tags. However, let's take a look at the dynamic collection creator and see why it falls short. First, we want to go to Collection option. That's in the Tools menu. Click Tools, then Collections. Once this window opens, you'll see that it's an unnamed collection. What we're going to do right now is actually create a collection of our theology books. In order to do this, we'll go ahead and rename this My Theology Books. Right below that is the Rules bar. In this bar, you're going to enter the search terms that your collection will start with every book that matches this query. So the obvious one is to go by title. In order to do that, we'll say Title, Theology. What has resulted in this collection is 15 resources that have the word theology in the title. However, as many of you know in your libraries, not every theology book that you have has the word theology in the title. So this is a very insufficient rule for making this collection. Some of the books have doctrine in the title. Others have words like fundamentals. What you can see from this is that there are many rules that we should be able to put into this line in order to create a workable collection. However, even in light of all of the rules that we can put in, we're still going to miss some resources. Let's think, for example, of a particular book in my library. It's called God, Revelation, and Authority by Carl Henry. As you can see, I've already added my tag theology to this. But no matter how many rules we put in, we're still going to miss this book. Doesn't have theology in the title, doesn't have doctrine in the title. In fact, even the subjects that Logos Bible software applies to this particular book, all it has is evangelicalism. That really doesn't help us when we're looking for theology books. The only way we can possibly find this book is if we either drag it into the Plus These Resources or tag it ourselves. So typically, people will drop resources into the Plus These Resources box, or the minus resources by dragging them into the minus these resources. So let's say we wanted a compendium of Christian theology, and we didn't want this in our collection. Simply drag the resource into the minus these resources box, and it's no longer in the collection. It's that simple. However, now that you've seen some of the deficiencies in the dynamic collection-based creation, let's talk about My Tags. So we'll go ahead and get rid of this collection window. What I'm going to do is go ahead and open the library in a new window. Something you can see in this library is a column that says My Tags. If you don't have that column, simply right-click on this bar here and select My Tags from the available options. All of these tags have been added by my own self. These are custom created tags that I have for my own personal library. I would recommend all of you to create your own personal tags. If you need help, Morris Proctor does have some really helpful tagging options available on his website. And in fact, I'd even be able to share some with you myself. I actually have a Word document that has all of my tags labeled out so I don't forget them. An easy way to figure out what books I haven't tagged is actually to organize the library by the My Tags column. Simply click on My Tags at the top, and the library will automatically organize all of your tags alphabetically. What's really helpful is that any resources that don't have a tag will appear here in this top option with no tag available. Simply click on the drop-down arrow, and all of the resources that do not have a tag that you've personally added will appear. This makes it really easy to go through and find the resources that you haven't tagged yet. There's a couple reasons why My Tags are the more suitable option for creating collections in Logos than the custom dynamic one with the rules base. One, it makes you more familiar with the books that you actually have in your library. So often people have no idea what they've got stored in there, and there's plenty of gems and jewels that we look over all the time. I would continually encourage folks to take a little bit of time each day just to review some of the books in your library. Figure out which tag would fit best, and then add it. Once you've added a tag, it automatically creates a custom collection. Let's look in the library window here where it says Entire Library. Simply click on that, and this will show you all of the collections that you actually have available to you. Now, I do have some traditional collections here that are very helpful, but also, whenever you create a tag, it automatically creates a collection for you with that tag. Very, very helpful. One of the great things about having these collections as well is that they're fully searchable. If we were to open a new search window, we can refine our search. Simply click on the Entire Library option, which will bring up a new window where you can select any of the collections that you've already created. This is a way that you can refine your searching so you're not having to search your entire library at all times. Let's say you want to just search your theology books, or you just want to search your journals. This is a great way to be able to do that. In fact, if you have resources like the Theological Journal Library, Journals is a really powerful option. Let's take a look at tagging your library. How does one begin to tag one's library with your own custom tags? It's real simple. First off, I'm going to go ahead and close this search window that we have open. And then I'm going to grow our library to take up the full screen. In order to tag a book, all you need to do is make sure that the eye icon is clicked so that you can see the information panel for your resources. Select a resource, and on the right hand side you'll see all the information for that particular resource. What you see here is an Add Tag button. Simply click Add Tag and select your tag. This particular book I'm going to name Hermeneutics. Below the Add Tag field, you can see a list of popular tags that people who use Logos Bible software have used. As you can see, hermeneutics is a popular tag, and I'm right along with the rest of the users. Once you've added the tag, it populates in the My Tags. It's that simple. If you want to tag multiple books, you can do that too. Simply select a resource, hold down Shift, and select a group of resources. To the right hand side, you'll see that all 4 sources are selected. You can add a tag. We'll add the tag Ethics. As you see in the library, the tag has been added to those 4 resources. To get rid of the tag, all you simply need to do is clear tags, and it'll clear the tag on all of them. That's tagging in Logos Bible Software 5, and this is by far the best way to create custom collections in your library. So start searching using your collections today.